Anime. And I'm here at London Anime Gaming Con, and I'm here with Boris Hiestand. Hi!
Hi! How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And it's amazing to be back in a convention. I don't know how it feels for you.
It's still weird because people are so close and breathing in your face, but I hope that everything is going to be okay. It's just really nice to be out in the real world again and meet people face to face rather than be stuck at home. So it's been really good. Yeah, it's my first con since the crazy pandemic hit, so it's been great, yeah.
It's been great having you. And I was going to ask, so you've done a variety of different things. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about your adventure falling into voice acting?
Yeah, I worked mainly in animation and still do, and I started that when I was around 18, 19. Started in traditional hand-drawn animated films, worked on commercials, TV shows, some features, and then was doing commercials in London, and then kind of fell into voice acting. I was doing some commercials and then did the voices for that, and then thought, hey, this is fun. I want to do more of this. So then I tried to put some material together, sent it off, got an agent, and Bob's your uncle. Been working as a voice actor ever since, on the side of doing lots of animation work, which I still enjoy very much.
And actually, it's pretty good to have a bunch of different skills under your belt so you can just jump in and out when you have different projects or you don't have much work going on, right?
Yeah, it's just really nice to be able to shake it up and go from games to TV to film to commercial to to doing the dishes and cleaning up my room.
Because you've also done a multitude of feature films, like, for example, Harry Potter, Guardian of the Galaxy. Do you have a preference on what you like to do, like acting or versus voice acting?
I don't mind. I like I love the variety. It's great to work on these big films because people are quite impressed when you talk that you work about working on these big films. You get to be part of something really big. The bar of quality is set much higher. There's more money to make really really good, beautiful stuff. But the caveat of that is that you tend to be a much smaller cog in this big machine that creates these big projects. When you work on smaller projects, they might not be so well known, but you get to be a much bigger part of it and get to be much more creative and have more creative influence on them. So it's just kind of nice to jump between them. Commercials are great because they have really fast turnaround, so you work for a couple of months and then it's gone and you can do your next thing. And then on a feature you can really sink your teeth into it because you tend to work on them for a year or more sometimes. So it's just nice to keep things varied and shake it up and keep doing different things.
And we all know that you're famed for being Sigma from Overwatch, but you were also talking about other projects you've done, like, for example, Ori and the Willow of the Wisp. I'd love to hear a bit more, so I'm really excited.
Well, me too. I love that. I'm so proud of that project because it was just such a labor of love. And I worked on it for more than a year and a half with a bunch of people who are all over the world. This was before the pandemic. I mean, people were already working that way for Moon Studios. It's a company where everyone works from home, and we had people in Brazil and Japan and Eastern Europe and Russia and America and Holland and England and Germany and all over the world, really. A team of about 60 of us put together this game in about a year and a half, and everyone did something else, and everything was over Skype, just having calls all the time and just trying to look at each other's work and just always having calls on how can we improve this, how can we improve that, constantly testing the game. So a lot of it was actually playing the game, which was fun. Fun up to a certain point where you have to play it for the 5,000th time. Then you go, this thing is still broken, that thing is still broken. And it was really, really nice experience.
Especially seeing the whole project through from the start to finish.
Yeah, exactly. And just the artistry on that project and the painterly style and the lush music, I'm a big fan of music, and getting to work with that composer, Gareth Coker, was one of the highlights of my career. It was really, really nice to work on that project.
Another project you worked on was Dennis the Menace and Knasher.
Yes.
Can we find out what that entailed?
Dennis and Knasher Unleashed. That was my first job as a director. I directed the TV show. Yeah. And voiced Knasher. Yeah. That's Knasher eating. That was fun too. It was an interesting project because there was Beano Studios, which was a newly, freshly set up company, and the BBC, and they wanted to make a show, and they, wanted to do a good job. I don't know. There were issues with it. It was a very challenging project, to say the least. But I had a lot of fun on it, and it was great. It's where I met my lovely girlfriend, and so it was the best project ever. It was amazing. Yeah, no, it was good fun. Good fun.
That's awesome. And so, like for example, we're at a convention right now. What is the most popular phrase that someone comes running up to you says, "Can you say this for me?"
Yeah, say the alt, say the alt, say the alt, do the alt, do the alt. Hey, 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 can you do the alt? Hey, can you say the alt for me? Hey, hey, do the alt. Get the lul.
Boris, do the alt.
Het universum zingt voor mij!
It's amazing. Must get you out of breath after a while.
Yes, it sure does. It's hard work being an actor.
Also, you were saying, like, for example, when you went to do like voice acting roles, you might be like stereotyped or no stereocast for like certain roles because like you have a Dutch accent.
Yeah.
Were there any like roles that you kind of walked into and just changed your voice dramatically that they were like, oh my god, you're really like, you can do any role?
Well, there's a video game called Anthem, and in it I play a very flamboyant German fashion designer. And I don't know how different that is to my own voice, because sometimes I actually speak like this in the bathroom maybe. But yeah, I don't know, they ask can you do German, and then you do that, and then if they like it, you keep doing it. And whatever's needed, whatever gets me paid.
Well, but you also do it for the love of voice acting.
Just the money.
Also, when you go back home, what's your Holland? What's your favourite meal to have?
Kroketten en bitterballen.
Can you?
En stroopwafels. En frikandellen.
I know what stroopwafels are. They're really yummy dessert. But could you tell us what was it bitterballen?
Bitterballen. They're these little bowls, and I think the reason they haven't caught on here yet is that no one really knows what's in them. It's some sort of scary meat paste, and it's just and they're deep fried and they're brown, and it's just kind of there's something about them that's the foreign people or locals from here find disturbing, but it's the kind of food that when you've had a couple of drinks goes down very, very well. And there's just something about it. I guess when you grow up with it, raw herring is another thing, or pickled herring really. Pickled herring with raw onions, and you grab it by the tail and you eat it like this. It's just something about it that I think a lot of people visiting Holland, they don't even want to try it because it sounds and looks so disgusting. But when you grow up there, that's what you eat. It's beautiful.
So you're just like
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Got me, man. So
Maybe
funny.
that's a good way to end the interview.
True that. And he needs to leave. Thank you so much, Boris, for being here, and catch you later.
Catch you later.
Bye.